Hello and welcome back. In this video, we're going to cover the medical plan options offered by T&M Associates. We know healthcare can be a bit overwhelming, so we'll break it down to make it as simple as possible. Let's dive right in. First off, let's talk about eligibility. You're eligible for all benefits provided by T&M on the first of the month following your date of employment. So, for example, if you started on March 26th, you would be eligible on April 1st. It's important to know that T&M offers unbundled plans, which means you can choose your medical, dental, and vision plans separately based on your needs. You can only change your plan choices during the annual open enrollment period unless you experience a qualifying life event like marriage, divorce, the birth or adoption of a child, or loss of other coverage. Children are covered until the end of the calendar year in which they turn 26. Now let's get into the medical plan options. T&M offers three main plans through Meritain, which uses the Aetna network. They are the high-deductible HSA plan, the EPO plan, and the open access plan. Let's break them down. The high-deductible HSA plan has lower biweekly contributions but a higher deductible. It works differently than the other two plans, as all services except preventive care apply to the deductible. After meeting your deductible, you'll pay 20% coinsurance for in-network care and 40% for out-of-network. The deductible is $2,500 for individuals and $5,000 for families. If you are enrolled in any other coverage besides single coverage, the full family deductible will apply before coinsurance kicks in. The out-of-pocket maximum is $6,000 for individuals and $12,000 for families. For additional clarity, the out-of-pocket maximum is based on the individual, not the family as a whole. So if you have one family member who has a procedure that costs over $6,000, you will only be responsible for the $6,000, not the full $12,000. For a refresher on terminology like deductibles, coinsurance, and out-of-pocket maximums, watch our video on common health insurance terms. Preventive care is covered at 100% with no deductible. One of the great benefits is that T&M contributes to your health savings account, $1,000 for individual coverage and $1,500 for family coverage. Plus, any funds left in your HSA at the end of the year roll over to the next year. A few important notes about the health savings account, or HSA. You must be enrolled in the high-deductible HSA plan to contribute to an HSA. You can set aside pre-tax dollars from your paycheck to cover eligible expenses like deductibles and prescriptions. If you're 55 or older, you can make an additional catch-up contribution of $1,000 per year. You cannot participate in both the HSA and the healthcare FSA plan in the same calendar year. The EPO plan has a lower deductible at $500 for individuals and $1,000 for families, with a $10 copay for primary care and a $40 copay for specialists. You'll have a coinsurance of 20% after meeting the deductible, and the out-of-pocket maximum is $5,000 for individuals and $10,000 for families. It's an in-network only plan, so you'll need to use providers within the network. The open access plan offers flexibility to see both in-network and out-of-network providers. The deductible is $1,500 for individuals and $3,000 for families. You'll pay 20% coinsurance after meeting the deductible for in-network care and 40% for out-of-network. The out-of-pocket maximum is $4,500 for individuals and $9,000 for families. The copays are the same as the EPO plan, $10 for primary care and $40 for specialists. Emergency room visits for all plans aside from the high-deductible HSA plan are subject to a $100 copay plus 20% coinsurance after the deductible is met. Preventive care is always covered at 100% in-network. The exception to this is if you are enrolled in the high-deductible HSA plan, you will only be responsible for the 20% coinsurance. Now that we've covered your eligibility and the medical plans offered by T&M, let's move on to some frequently asked questions. Can I switch plans mid-year? You can only change your medical plan during the annual open enrollment period unless you experience a qualifying life event, such as marriage, birth, adoption, or loss of coverage. What happens if I don't use all the funds in my HSA by the end of the year? The great thing about an HSA is that any unused funds roll over to the next year, so you don't lose your money. Can I use out-of-network providers with the EPO plan? No, the EPO plan only covers care from in-network providers. You'll want to make sure your doctors are within the network. What if I want to see a specialist? With both the EPO and open access plans, you'll pay a $40 copay for a specialist visit. For the high deductible HSA plan, you'll pay 20% after meeting your deductible. That's it for our overview of TNM's medical plans. We hope this video made things a little clearer and easier to understand the options. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to HR for help. Thanks for watching.